World Bank Book Project is a World Bank Family Network initiative which distributes books to developing countries all over the world. One of its goals is to promote education by giving textbooks to schools and community libraries in impoverished places, and to give children the opportunity to learn and widen their knowledge through books. The project is currently run by a group of World Bank Group spouses, partners, and retirees who voluntarily dedicate their time and effort to support this noble cause. To me, they are the real unsung heroes in this important undertaking. While their contribution is voluntary, they come with strong commitment to this project. I am amazed by the enthusiasm and their willingness to reach out to the poor school children, some of whom have never had a textbook before. They operate almost with anonymity, working in the most obscure place located in the basement of the World Bank in the J Building. I feel a sense of commonality when I am amongst this group, that eagerness to give back and that feeling of satisfaction that you are actually doing something to make a difference. When you are down there in the basement, you can't help but ask, what is it for them? Why do they take the time? But in hindsight, I know that it must give them so much pleasure, as all of them look happy. But then again, maybe it's the common goal and camaraderie that makes them feel that way. This year, the Philippines has been chosen as one of the recipients of the book project shipments. As the distributor, I have selected 40 schools in the province of Davao del Sur, located in the island of Mindanao in the southern tip of the Philippine archipelago. Davao del Sur has a population of a little less than 1 million people. Its income per capita is $500 annually per household, which is derived mostly from agricultural, fishery, and forestry sources of livelihoods. Among young adults in both genders, ages 15 and above, or 92.6% can read and write. The education system is mirrored from the US system. However, the school system is 30 years behind the current US standard. Because most of the children's families are living below the poverty line, parents cannot afford to buy books for them. In reality, there is only one textbook per classroom for the teachers' use. While north of the Philippines is saturated with foreign charitable aids and grants, Mindanao in the south suffers a considerable loss due to the stigma associated with its location, which is known to be where pockets of Muslim separatists reside, resulting in less flow of development and grants due to the added security risk. This decision by the book project team is such welcome news and a long overdue gift to the poor school children of Davao del Sur. The book project will be sending approximately 30,000 books, about 550 boxes, in a 40-foot container to Davao City ports to be distributed to the selected schools in the province of Davao del Sur. After 6 months of packing, the book project team in Washington, D.C. was able to complete and ship the books to the Philippines. Evelyn Lagidao, the distributor of the project, with her husband Joel Lagidao, flew from D.C. to the Philippines to meet the shipment. Despite the long wait and the challenge of addressing the local port bureaucracy in the Philippines, I am happy to report that the shipment of books for the school children in Davao del Sur was implemented successfully last November 2011. As a World Bank staff member working in the office of the Vice President for the East Asia and Pacific region, and a native of the Philippines, I have strong interest in the welfare of the children in this area. I not only initiated the shipment 5 years ago, but also volunteered to help ensure that the books would arrive safely. Anxiety had run high for a first-time distributor like me, who had no idea what the challenges could be on the ground. But after relentless follow-up and intense negotiations with the port and customs authorities in the Philippines, we were able to get the books out for distribution. There was not much time, and much of it was spent waiting and negotiating. The action began with the night arrival of a shipment at the warehouse in the municipality of Bansalan, a good hour from the ports of Davao City. Commotion set in as about 20 young men who had been patiently waiting all let out a cheer the moment they laid eyes on the truck loaded with the container full of books. When the truck drew nearer, however, huge sighs replaced the cheers, and a heavy doubt enveloped as the men began to wonder how they would be able to finish unloading all of the books in just one night. My husband and I thus went to work quickly with a hired crew, choreographing and directing the flow of the action. We were immersed in a synchronized chaos, trying to make a difference in this far-flung society. By 1 a.m. in the morning, the task was completed, an excruciating 5-hour mission that had seemed to be unending. The men lined up, gulping large amounts of cold water, still laughing and joking with one another. We gave all of them a small monetary token of our gratitude, and off they went happy as could be. And so we returned to the city, only to wake up early in the morning to go back to the province and start the distribution. There was no time to spare. Logistics were a huge challenge, and we were lucky to have family, friends, and the various communities supporting the effort. We formed 3 teams going to 3 different localities, delivering what we could to each of the schools as swiftly as possible. At each school, a short ceremony and a photo op took place with the school principal, and then off we went again. The books were heavy, but the whole operation was light and fun. The school children and the school administrators were very enthusiastic and very grateful for the whole effort. They all mentioned what an amazing gift they had received. Indeed, Santa arrived early in the Philippines this year for the school children of Davao del Sur. The beneficiaries could not have been more grateful. Thank you to the World Bank Book Project team and volunteers.